LCIF is our foundation.
Yours?
Mine?
La sienne, la leur.
Ela pertence a todos e a qualquer de nós é nossa responsabilidade apoiá-la.
La véritable force de la LCIF réside dans les lions eux-mêmes.
私は LCIF のメンバーであることを光栄に思います。
Our foundation is a light to so many people. In my own backyard,
지구 반대편에 사는 많은 사람들에게
The needs of the world are great.
And no individual lion, club or district can take them on alone.
And with your support,
together, we will continue to improve lives around the world far into the future.
우리는 진정한 변화를 만들 수가 있습니다.
LCIF gives me the opportunity to support my neighbor.
甚至于社区
Mon pays et notre monde.
I support LCIF because I believe in the mission to rid the world of preventable blindness.
국제재단은 기아, 소아암 및 환경 문제를 위하여
Our foundation is fighting diabetes, a growing epidemic.
LCF supports disaster relief
long after other agencies have left the scene.
あなたの寄付が知的障害のある方々への力になります。
Our foundation converts our enthusiasm into a global movement of kindness.
Trabajamos para hacer este mundo un lugar mejor para nuestros hijos.
Lions Quest proporciona às crianças as habilidades de que precisam para ter sucesso na vida.
Together we are empowering our children to grow and take the lead on future humanitarian efforts.
Donating to LCIF is not just a gift.
it's a gift to humanity, an investment in our future.
We have an obligation to leave this world in a better place than we found it.
Please support LCIF.
Tout seul, je peux faire un peu. Avec mon club, je peux faire un peu plus.
財団と力を合わせれば、私の奉仕は無限大です。
Together with our foundation,
we can do so much more.
LCIF es nuestra fundación.
Our foundation.
Our foundation.
Our foundation.
私たちの財団です。
LCIF is our foundation.
Hi, my name is Syed Ashar, and I'll be the host for the 37th episode of the weekly leadership series, our third installment of Focus on the Foundation. Thank you all for attending today, and I'd like to explain a little bit about our topic. Young people are a dynamic force for good. For more than a century, we've been in service and are committed as ever to sustaining our impact over the next 100 years. That's why we devote ourselves to serving youth as beneficiaries, youth as partners, and empowering youth as service leaders. Across all our global causes, we remain to serving children and youth. Practically, we improve existing programs through the development of new initiatives and increase impact, including Lions Quest, a skills development program for youth worldwide. Young people are reinventing service with the help of Lions. We recognize and resource youth as capable service leaders. Young people are a global change maker. Their fresh perspectives and insights drive change in our organization, in their communities, and in the world through programs such as our Leo Club program and the International Peace Poster and Essay Contest each year. I'd like to introduce Stephen Tremaroli of Huntington, New York, United States, a retired chiropractor and past international director of our association. Aligned for over 40 years, PID Steve served as a director from 2013 through 2015. PID Steve serves as the vice coordinator for Campaign 100 in the Area 1A, which encompasses the entire Northeast, from Maine to the District of Columbia. PID Steve served on the Youth Engagement Ad Hoc Committee under the leadership of PIP Bob Corlow, which transformed youth involvement in our association and led to the creation of the Leo Lion Board Liaison Program. He's very involved in the Youth Exchange Program in District 20S, Suffolk County, New York. Serving as district chairman for many years, facilitating numerous exchanges of students between Long Island and Italy. Steve?
Good morning. Thank you, Leo Sayed, for that very nice introduction. And hello, Leos and Lions in New Jersey, wherever in the world where you may be. It is my pleasure to be involved in this webinar series, Focus on the Foundation. Today, our topic is going to be Lions Quest, but a very, very important program for our association. Next slide, please. So Lions Quest is a comprehensive, positive youth development program offered by Lions Club's International Foundation to thousands of schools and millions of young people throughout the world. Next. Now, there are different components, different programs of Quest that are age appropriate, which only makes sense, right? Different age groups require different types of skills. The skills for growing Lions Quest program is for the smaller kids, kindergarten through 5th grade, ages 5 to 10. Lions Quest for adolescents, for ages 11 to 14. Really important. You know, I was an adolescent one time in my life, believe it or not. As many of you are now, and it's a tough time in our life, and to get through it, and Lions skills for adolescence is very, very helpful during that time period in our life. And then, of course, to the older young adults, ages 15 to 20, Lions Quest Skills for Action. So each program is age appropriate for that age group. Next. So what are the objectives of Lions Quest? Well, the Lions Quest programs support the development of healthy and responsible young people by creating a caring learning environment and promoting connections between school, family, and community through development of life skills, through character education, promoting positive behavior, encouraging service learning, and social emotional learning as well. Next. And the goals of the program are very encompassing. You know, we want to engage students and families and the school and community members. You know, they say it takes a village. That's exactly true. And that's what Lions Quest tries to do as well. It takes a village. The goals are to provide opportunities for young people to learn essential skills, increase protective factors, and reduce risk factors. We want to engage young people in the practice of good citizenship and strengthen young people's commitment to school and service. Next. Now, this is a very comprehensive program, and there are a lot of components to it. Of course, there's the classroom component, with all the grades from K through 12. Then there's the service learning component, the family involvement. Got to have family involved to support the students. A positive school climate, critical to good learning, and community involvement. There's professional and development training for teachers and educators, and follow-up support. Very comprehensive program. Next, please. And what do we want to do? We ultimately want to instill good values in young people that will serve them throughout their lives, right? Self-discipline, an important value. A healthy drug and alcohol-free lifestyle. Respect for yourself and for others. Commitment to family, very important. And kindness, imagine that. Simple thing is kindness. Responsibility, honesty, courage, and service to others. Values all of us think are important. Next, please. And we want to build life skills. We want to develop life skills. We want to instill young people to have self-confidence throughout their lives and to exert self-discipline, to encourage responsibility and good judgment. It's very important to develop effective communication skills and making healthy decisions in our lives, managing our emotions and resolving conflicts, solving problems and thinking critically, resisting negative peer pressure, setting goals. It's a very important one to me. I've set goals all my life and have served me very well, and serving others. That's a very important part of all our lives. Next, please. So let's break down the different programs. So K through 5, ages 5 to 10. First, we want to have a positive school environment, right? School should be safe and it should be fun. For little kids they should want to go to school, they should want to learn, and they should want to be with their friends and develop educationally and socially. This group, we want to get family involvement, very important, community involvement, and start that service learning component in their lives that should really serve them well throughout their whole life. Next. Then we're into the adolescent age group, 11 to 14. We want to develop those life skills, right? We want to help adolescents to resist negative behavior. We want to encourage peer and adult relationships and to say yes to positive behavior and service. Next. And then as we get to the 15 and 20-year-old group, the young adults, well, we're getting ready to launch, right? We're getting ready to get out of high school, go into college, or go on to our careers. So we want to do more service learning. We want to become more service oriented. We want to have personal, social, and thinking skills developed, and really start thinking about those career related skills that will serve us well throughout our lives. And, Lions Quest has been evaluated every which way from Sunday by all kinds of organizations, government organizations, private academic organizations, and received all kinds of recognitions. I'm not going to read all of these to you. I think you could see them. But the point is, we've been evaluated every which way, and we have received accolades and recognitions from a variety of sources and institutions, giving so much credibility to our program. Next. And we've studied the results. We've done this. We've studied where we've had school districts in part of this country where they've had the program from K through 12 in a whole school district. We've been able to follow those kids and study the results of our Lions Quest program, which are really astounding. We have found increased knowledge of risks associated with drugs and alcohol, decreased use of harmful substances, thank God, improved academic importance, reduction in discipline problems. There's professional and personal educator development, which is good for our schools, right? A noticeable increase in respectful behavior, an improved school climate, and a lowered risk of dropping out of school. How great is that? These are terrific results that we get through Lions Quest. Next. And then there are benefits to our schools. When Quest is in all throughout the school itself or the school district, that makes a shared vision among all the staff. It puts them all on the same page and the same team. We have developmental research-based curricula across the school grades and school-wide thematic units and events. There's a lot of continuity in the program throughout all the grades as you progress from K through 12. There's family involvement to materials and meetings and participation. And then also
PIDC, I think I lost you for a second on the recording. So if you could just say the final point again, and then we'll go to the next slide.
the final point.
Yeah, just the
All right. And another benefit to our schools is the correlations with state and national learning standards. Very, very important for schools. Next. Next slide.
For me, it's on the next slide.
No,
So
it's not. Oh, I'm sorry. There it is. And then we have benefits to communities. A united and focused effort by families, schools, and citizens. Like I said, it takes a village. Another benefit is a progress in reducing youth development and drinking and drugs and violence. Improved educational environment in local schools, and increased youth involvement in community service and volunteerism. Next. Then how about the relationship between the Lions clubs, and Lions Quest? Well, it's the Lions entities that actually manage the program on the national level. And that comes out of Lions Clubs International and Lions Clubs International Foundation. And the Lions and Lions Quest creates a partnership between Lions, schools, and communities. There are joint service projects with young people, and that's a practical extension of the service ethic of Lionism, right? It complements the Leo clubs, youth camps, and peace poster contests. All these youth programs really work very well together and complement each other. Lions Quest enhances Lions' reputation, right? And membership efforts. Because local Lions are essential components introducing Lions Quest to schools and raising funds. And actually, I remember hearing first of Lions Quest in the 80s. It was a program that Lions didn't own at the time, but we were kind of sponsoring it. And but when we actually bought the program and have developed it and nurtured it over the last 25, 30 years. We have 25 years now of evidence and effectiveness of this program. We know that there's evidence-based and research-validated programs from Lions Quest. We have professional staff development. The Lions network and reputation is enhanced. We've developed partnerships. And of course, there's LCIF support. LCIF puts its money where its mouth is. The LCIF, we own Lions Quest. We're promoting it. We're building it across the world. And they provide money for just that purpose. There's all kinds of grants. It's called 4 grants. There's community partnership grants. Here in my district, District 20S, Suffolk County, and next door to us, K2, Nassau County on Long Island, we've had a collective Lions Quest project going for about 7 or 8 years now. And we applied for that initial $10,000, just get things going, have some meet and greets with superintendents and school principals and school officials, have some informational meetings to get them interested and get them going. Then once the program got started, we got larger grants. And we had a $100,000 grant, a Core 4 grant. And then when we used all that money up and we had the program really expanding across both districts, we expanded more. And we got a second grant for $150,000. So LCIF is there to support with money in other ways that I'll discuss later. So the money is there to make the program work. Next. And in the U.S., we have some local specific support. LCIF partners for marketing and outreach. They offer administrative support and technical assistance. They offer training and workshop coordination. At the USA-Canada Forum, there's an informational seminar, and anybody's been to the USA-Canada Forum, there are thousands of Lions there from USA and Canada. And it's a great way to educate Lions about Lions Quest at the USA-Canada. And LCIF will actually send representatives to multiple district conventions. We've done that in MD20, New York and Bermuda, and they've come. Very, 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 very helpful, very supportive. Next. Now, the Lions Clubs International Board has asked all districts and multiple districts to name a Lions Quest chairperson, because this reflects the international officers' commitment to Lions Quest. And this also promoted a broader effort to organize and to generate enthusiasm among Lions districts and multiple districts for the Lions Quest participation. The appointment of a Lion with the necessary interest and drive and commitment to the program is critical to achieving the success of our program. Now, LCI lets to give a lot of responsibilities to chairs, and that's a good thing. There's support for it, though. I'll go through that later. But LCI has a lot of functions for the LCI chair. First, of course, the chair has to become familiar with the Lions Quest program. There's all kinds of resources to educate themselves on the program. And the chairs are expected to speak at Lions Club meetings and district cabinet meetings and other Lions gatherings and conferences about the Lions Quest programs. Spread the word, so to speak. And to know what resources are available from LCIF and provide that information to Lions clubs that request it. And also the chairs network with educational institutions and other organizations involved in the education of district and multiple districts. And the functions go on. Well, the chair is to learn about the scope of the current Lions Quest activity in the district and multiple districts, including clubs that have sponsored the program in recent years and schools that utilize the program. The chairs encourage the clubs in the district and multiple districts to promote the program to school officials in their own communities, right? And to encourage clubs in your multiple district and district to sponsor the Quest program training and material purchases from local schools. And to assist the clubs involved in Lions Quest to identify local sources of funding and to support and sustain the program. The chairs generate publicity about Lions Quest activity in the district and multiple districts. And they regularly inform the district governor and LCIF Lions Quest department and the LQ country office, where applicable, of the progress in that district. And to assist with coordination of Lions Quest workshops in the district and multiple district, and the drafting of Lions Quest Core 4 grant proposals as they are appropriate. But there's support. LCIF asks a lot of chairs, but they give a lot too. They help a lot. And LCIF will provide the necessary tools, tips, and strategies for promoting and sustaining the program. LCIF provides a how-to guidebook, online training courses, personalized reports of current activity in individual states and districts. They provide marketing materials and local contacts, and also participation in state and national educational conferences. And Lions Quest ultimately also strengthens Lionism, right? I mean, our organization serves us very well for our organization by reaching out to children and students in need. And that's what we do, right? We serve, right? And giving us the opportunity to leverage LCIF funds. And Quest allows us to create a world brand and a reputation for Lions and our youth work, and enhancing Lions membership, because we attract then, Lions Quest will attract those individuals committed to youth involvement, helps our membership, helps our clubs grow, helps our international association grow. Next. Something else that we wanted to mention today was the LCIF LEO service grant. Now, our Leo multiple district right here in D20 in New York and Bermuda, we just applied for and received a Leo service grant. The grants are coming in amounts of $1,500 to $5,000. We got $2,000. There is a matching fund component. There has to be a little skin in the game, a little commitment. So we did that. We matched the 25%. It's available to districts, and multiple districts are eligible to apply. And applications are accepted on a rolling basis. But I'll tell you my experience of serving on the board and budgets, especially grant programs. When the money runs out from this year, it's funded again for next year. So it's always best to apply early before the funds run out for the year. Okay, next. Now, there are criteria that we do fund and criteria that we don't fund. We do fund projects with a strong service component, obviously. We fund projects with a strong legal lion collaboration and projects that address an unmet need. We don't fund organizations to give money to other organizations. We don't do that. We don't provide The grant doesn't provide scholarships or cash awards or giveaways. There's no individual assistance, and we don't cover any recurring fees or ongoing operating expenses. In fact, this do not fund section is true for every LCIF grant that I have ever been involved with. Let's see. Next. Then I want to tell you about the Lion's Share Pin for Leo. This is an exciting new program. For a donation, this starts in July of this Lionistic year coming up for Leos who donate $20 to LCIF. This is new, and LCIF wanted to be able to recognize Leos. It's the first program that does that actually recognizes Leos for supporting LCIF. And the hope was that at an entry-level $20 donation, that many or most Leos could put together $20 and support the foundation, and then they will get a pin, a Lion's Share for Leos pin that will be sent to the club secretary of your sponsoring club, and then you receive it. So we hope many of you Leos qualify for that. Next.
So with the extra time we have, I'd like to ask you just a couple questions for our Q&A.
Sure.
So after reading that you were a member of our association's youth engagement ad hoc committee, I want to ask, why do you feel that it's important for our association and foundation to empower youth voices?
If our association is going to grow, we're over 100 years old. We have to change with the times. Yes, I'm a baby boomer. I like to think I'm young thinking, but it's the guys like you, Syed, and young ladies of your age group and 20s and 30s who have the young ideas, new ideas, and we as an association need to listen and need to incorporate those ideas so that we attract young people and that we change with the times. And serving on the ad hoc committee, as you mentioned earlier, resulted in the Leo liaison program with the board. 2 Leos every year around the world are appointed by the international president to actually serve on the board of Lions Clubs International, and they serve on committees, they travel to board meetings, and they give the young people's voice to the board. And from what I've been hearing back, I've been hearing how it's been going. The board does listen, and they have incorporated a lot of the ideas that the Leo liaisons have suggested to the board. So we need to empower young people to educate us as an association how to grow for the future. Very important.
Thank you for that. So also, having served as a youth camp and exchange district chairperson, how do you feel it's important to get this program back off the ground post-pandemic?
Critically important. The youth exchange program is phenomenal. People to people, whether you live in India, Italy, Finland, United States, Australia, yes, cultures vary, languages vary, traditions vary, but when people relate to each other on a people-to-people basis, as in the youth exchange program, the youth travel from Europe to Asia, or from Asia to the United States, or from the United States to South America. And when they live together for 4, 5, 6 weeks, as we have done, we have hosted students in my home from Finland, from Germany, from Italy, you'll learn that people are basically the same. We all want what's best for our families. We all want to be educated. We all want to do the same things in life. And youth exchange really brings that home. I know things with COVID ground to a halt, but youth exchange will certainly come back up again. And I believe it's critically important to get it going again. It will, and it will.
So for our final question, I'd like to ask, what kind of impact will Campaign 100 have on our foundation and the communities we serve?
An incredible impact. As you know, our goal is to raise $300 million. That is an enormous amount of money. And if you know or don't know, every donation you make, all the money that you donate is put to the grant program. administrative costs to LCIF are paid for out of the income of our money that is invested. But if you donate $1,000, $1,000 goes out. So by having $300 million more dollars to put out into the world, we will expand our impact for hunger, for childhood cancer, for the environment, diabetes. We will be able to do so much more and serve so many more people. Right now, that we're documenting that around the world we are serving. Our goal was to get to 200 million people a year. We've met that goal. We've exceeded that goal, and with more resources and given to Lions around the world, there's no reason why we can't serve more people, maybe even 300 million people a year or more. So Campaign 100 is going to make a huge, incredible impact on our association and what we can do to help people around the world.
Thank you. So now I'd like to turn it over to our leadership chairperson, Leo Lion Otis Chitness, to deliver our closing message.
Well, first of all, thank you so much, PID Steve and Leo Syed. Truly, that was a great insight into one of our foundation's most important programs, which I feel is our program with youth. Like PIP Jim Irvine said in the introduction video, LCIF, every donation to LCIF is an investment in our future. Recently, I was talking to my grandfather, who sort of grew up in the era of World War II. This industrial development, he's kind of lived through all of that. And I think he can attest, and everyone in our society can attest, that the world when he was growing up and the world that I'm growing up in is completely different. And it's because we continue year after year, generation after generation, we continue to empower our youth, provide them with the tools they need to take our society, to take our world forward. So I think that it's so critically important that we empower our youth as LCIF, as Lions and Leos. That's going to be the continuation. That's going to be our legacy to our society. I'd like to spotlight our episode for tomorrow. These past 3 sessions on Focus of the Foundation have focused on specific things within LCIF, our 3 global cause areas. But tomorrow we're going to be focusing on corporate social responsibility with PID Vijay Kumar Raju, who's a trustee of LCIF as well. And he's going to be talking about this in sort of a broader abstract concept, but also tying it back into LCIF and how we can hope to gain corporate sponsors to empower our vision, to empower our mission worldwide, especially through Campaign 100. We've been able to get a lot of corporate sponsors to back our missions, and truly it has made an impact on the ability of our Lions to serve their communities worldwide. I'd like to thank each and every one of you who continue to join us week after week for these leadership episodes, for this Focus on the Foundation series. Your support is truly appreciated, and we hope you'll continue to join us. Please follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss an episode of Lead with a Vision or any of the other projects that our Leo Club works on week after week. As always, the attendance certificate has been provided in the chat. The link where you can claim that certificate is on the chat. It's also been scrolling at the bottom of the screen. We enjoy sending those out to you, but also you'll be getting some good resources with that. So definitely look to fill that out if you want to get access to those resources. Thank you again to each and every one of our audience members, to our host, Leo Syed Ashar, as well as our presenter, PID Steve, who I've had the privilege of knowing for many, many years. He never disappoints, and this truly has been a great insight into what our foundation does for our youth. So thank you all so much. Please continue to lead with a vision. Join us tomorrow to hear a little bit more about what our foundation does. Thank you all so much, and take care.